Please give me attention, ladies and gentlemen. The seminar will begin shortly. Our honorable guests, Madam Jinra Sintian and Mr. Muhammad Isham bin Ali, all lecturers and fellow friends. First of all, I would want to express my gratitude to Dr. Manfusa Mota for giving me the chance to be the moderator for today's seminar presented by the guests. First and foremost, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you for today's seminar, where we will hear a speech by Madam Jinra Sintian and Mr. Muhammad Isham on the topic of Seminar Engineering Safety and Health Practices and Procedures. Now, I would like to share a few interesting facts about both our honorable guests. First is Madam Gina Sintian, a Senior Assistant Director at the Department of Occupational Safety and Health Sabah, with over a decade of experience in law enforcement related to occupational safety and health. Currently, she is the head of Analysis of Processing Section, a section that processes the registration of machinery and factory as required by the law. In addition, she holds a Bachelor of Electrical and Electronic Engineering from the National University of Malaysia. As an enforcement officer, her overall duty is to enforce the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, Factories and Machinery Act 1967, and Petroleum Safety Measures Act 1984. Madam General Sintian also had experience in handling prosecution cases under the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994. Next, I would like to give a brief introduction about Mr. Muhammad Hisham. First of all, Mr. Muhammad Hisham is currently working as an engineering assistant at Computer and Embedded System Engineering Laboratory, and also Computer Communication System Engineering Workshop. He has been working for the Computer and Communication Department for 20 years. In addition, he also holds a diploma in electronic engineering. He is the executive officer and department representative of the Safety and Health Committee for the Faculty of Engineering. Mr. Muhammad Isham is a council member of the Working Committee of the General Staff Union UPM, which is known as Kepertama. Now, without further hesitation, I would like to welcome Madam Jura Sintian and Mr. Muhammad Hisham, the presenter, to give the presentation. Madam Jinra, the floor is now yours.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. Can you hear me, everyone?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and dear student. Today I would like to share with you my expertise. It's all about. I will just a short overview of. I think the most important is the employers and employee responsibility under the OSHA 1994. So wait for a while. I would like to share my screen. So do everyone see my screen?
Yes, madam, we can see the screen.
Thank you. So basically this afternoon I would like to share with you the general duty of employer and employee under the OSHA 1994, because in the future when we enter the job environment, this is important so that we will know what is our responsibility, what is our employer's responsibility. So to continue with the content of my presentation, short presentation today is about a little bit about DOSH, what is DOSH, under which ministry, and legislation enforced by DOSH, and just a brief, just a little bit brief knowledge on the philosophy and guiding principle of OSHA and the objective stated under the OSHA 1994, the law, the act. And then I will share with you actually what is the general duty of employer under OSHA and the general duty of employee. General means just a overview, not the detailed list of employer and employees duty. So the A little bit about DOSH. Actually, our department is under the Ministry of Human Resource. Together with DOSH is NIOSH. If you ever heard about NIOSH, the training provider for safety and health, and the SOCSO, the Social Security Organization. So the three of us, other than Labor Department, we are all under the Ministry of Human Resources. Between SOCSO, DOSH, and NIOSH, the difference is one is our function, and then NIOSH and SOCSO is considered agency. Agency means not 100% government organization, but for DOSH, we are 100% under the federal department. So DOSH responsibility is to ensure the safety, health, and welfare of people at work, and to protect other people from the safety and health hazard arising from the activities of all sector. Means other than people who work at that workplace, other people like the visitor, the postman that sending letters to the factory or to the company, also protected under this law enforced by DOSH. But our responsibility is not will not cover all work on board ships and the armed forces. So anything, any OSH matter on board ship and armed forces, our department will not taking care of them. So legislation enforced by DOSH is basically we have only 3 at the moment. Soon it's going to be only 2. So at the moment, the 3 act is the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, the Factories and Machinery Act 1967, that going to be repealed soon, already approved, but the implementation is not started yet. Okay, and then the third one is Petroleum Act, part of Petroleum Act, only related to safety measures only. So for your information, I think we need to bear in mind that OSHA 1994 philosophy and guiding principle is about the responsibilities to ensure safety and health at workplace lies with those who create the risk and with those who work with the risk. That means like for UPM, the one responsible to ensure safety and health is the UPM's management. And then all the students, all the staff who are at the UPM also are responsible to ensure safety and health while they are at the UPM's workplace or area. So it is not the government's responsibility. So this is the philosophy and guiding principle of OSHA 1994. So it is a self-regulation, and to take care of safety, it needs consultation between employer and employee, and we need cooperation from workers to ensure safety and health at the workplace. So this is the intention of the OSHA 1994. So in the Act, it stated that the objective of the OSHA 1994 is, OSHA is an Occupational Safety and Health Act. The objective of the OSHA 1994 is, first one is to secure the safety, health, and welfare of person at work, and second one is to protect persons other than person at work. Means as I mentioned just now, other people who are not working at that place, like postman or visitor and so on. And the third one is, with OSHA 1994 try to promote the occupational environments adaptable to that person's psychological and psychological needs. Sorry, repeat here. Means it's, for example, is the ergonomic, the lighting, and so on. And the fourth one is the Act, the OSHA 1994 is to provide the means towards a legislative system based on regulation. This one means from time to time, the OSHA 1994 can introduce new legislation based on the requirement by maybe the current situation and so on. So this is that I would like to share with you. Actually, when we are working in the future, I hope that we know that what is the employer's general duty under the OSHA 1994. So generally, the employer's duty is to ensure, so far as is practicable. So remember this, so far as is practicable, the safety, health, and welfare at work of all his employees. So a little bit example of what employer need to do is number one, this is stated in the law. Number one is to provide and maintain plant and system of work, to make arrangement for the safe use, operation, handling, storage, and transportation of substances and plant. Actually, plant is, in this context, is all the machinery. Number three, to provide information, instruction, training, and supervision. To provide and maintain place of work and means of access and egress from any place of work. Basically, this one is about when you're entering and going out from that workplace, like construction site. The employer need to ensure, or the company need to ensure that it's all free from hazard. The road, maybe the drainage or any bridge and so on. And the last one is to provide and maintain working environment that is safe and without health risk and with adequate welfare facilities. Basically, the last one is about like ergonomic health related issues. So in the law, it says as far as practicable. So as far as practicable means we need to check whether how severe is the hazard where in question, and then do we have knowledge about the hazard, and then is there any availability or suitability of ways to remove or mitigate the risk, and how about the cost? Is it affordable or very high cost? So we need to ask this question before we implementing any mitigation to remove hazard. So is it practicable or not practicable? So based on these four issues. Okay, in the OSHA 1994 Act, employers also need to have a formulated written statement of his policy on OSH. Must be written statement. And then the employer also have a responsibility to ensure that their undertakings must not affect other persons that is not their employees, and also to provide information to other person which is not their employees about how their undertaking may affect them. This one, for example, like oil and gas company, they have a tank that storing so many flammable substance. So Petronas need to inform the surrounding area about the hazard, what will happen if the tank is exploded and so on. So yes, the number three is something about informing others. So for us as an employee, we also have the general duty under the OSHA 1994. So the first one is, and the most important is, take good, reasonable care for safety and health on ourselves. That's the most important. And then second one is to cooperate with employer and also others, like maybe the enforcement officer from DOSH, or maybe from BOMBA and so on. And the third one is, it's stated in the OSHA 1994 that we must wear and use personal protective equipment, must. So we must follow the instruction by the employer to use PPE. And the fourth one is to comply with instruction on oath, whether it is given by the employer or other people like enforcement officer and so on. So please bear in mind that in the OSHA 1994, it stated that the employee should not interfere or misuse anything provided for the interest of safety and health. And for employer should not, must not impose levy charge on employees if for anything that is to be related to OSH. For example, the employer will supply boots, safety boots, hard hat. So the employer must not charge them or cut their salary to pay for all the personal protective equipment. So in case of the number 3 is employer or trade union must not discriminate any person who are injured or any person who are involved in safety and health. So the employer or trade union must not dismiss the workers, must not injure them or alter their position if the employee do anything related to safety and health. This is stated under OSHA 1994. So for employer, also one of their responsibility is to report any accidents, any dangerous occurrences, any occupational poisoning and disease to the nearest DOSH office. This is a requirement under the OSHA 1994. And also for medical officers, this one is different, but medical officers to report on any diseases, occupational disease to DOSH also. So that is the overview. I mean, just a brief information about DOSH and the employer and employees' responsibility. That's all. Thank you, Mr. Harris.
Thank you, Madam General, for that very informative presentation on the policies and law that employers are responsible for. Now, next, I would like to welcome Mr. Muhammad Hisham to give his presentation. Mr. Muhammad Hisham, the floor is now yours.
Okay, welcome and good afternoon all. Okay, I will share the presentation. Yeah. Okay, Assalamualaikum and good morning. See my slide. Like something problem. Okay, sorry. Okay. Okay, for today, okay, I would like to thank you for all and to committee and chair Harris. Okay, Dr. Mafuza and also the security officer from Sabah also. Okay, today I would like share engineering safety and health practice and procedure. Okay. Okay. Formation and definition of safe work practice. Have something in the picture, sorry. The picture clear or have others like the cycle? Sorry. Oh. So I have pattern here. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. Mhm. Okay. Okay, sorry. Okay. Okay. Efficiency of work practice. Okay. Generally, written methods outlining how to perform a task with minimum risk to people, equipment, materials, environment, and process. Okay. Then definition safe job procedure are a series of specific steps that guide a worker through a task from start to finish in a chronological order. Okay, from must-have development, safe work practice is developed from a result of completing a job safety analysis or hazard risk assessment and should closely reflect the activities most common in the company's type of sector of interaction. And for the job procedure, mass development, the management must usually development by management and workers as a result of GSA and GSA or HRA accident investigation and or as a supplement to safe work practice. Okay, here example for the job safety analysis. Okay, inside the form have the job, what the job, date, also the what's tools, equipment used. Okay, from here from the table we can start with the basic job step. Like this sample. Okay, what starting basic job start from start, then what the potential hazard, then after that we see the recommended action of the procedure. Okay, I think after that we can put after with the job safety analysis. Okay, we can put all this here to highlight hazard risk assessment, risk control. This is from here is the detail. Okay, this is the requirement. Okay. Okay, from here you can see the form. Inform the company, whose conduct, your name, your supervisor, what the process here, and what's date, from where to where. Okay, approved by who's your person in charge, like our department, by engineer, and also the last review date. Okay, confirmation highlight will review every 3 years or 5 years. Okay, depend on the job. Okay, okay, here you can see from the table. Okay, so like what's job you do it, what activity here you can see. Okay, okay, from here okay, number 4, number okay, from here you can see the hazard identifier. Here can see the how many works do it. Okay, work activity here, what this, then what hazard. When you do it the direct working platform, you can see the hazard and which can cause the hazard, can cause or effect from hazard. Then after that you can see the table what existing risk control, if any, what existing risk control. Okay, then see the likelihood, the severity. Okay, this number can see from the hierarchy schedule risk. Then after that, here we can see the command control. Okay, then we review by again who's the person in charge and due date status. This one for highlight. Okay. Then okay. From here, the way of safe work practice should be kept in a location central to the work being performed and readily available to the workforce. Then some safe work practice will require specific job procedure which clearly set out in chronological order each step in a process. Okay. Then the safe work procedure should be included in the company worker orientation program. Okay. Every new staff or must join for the worker orientation this program. Okay. Workers should be aware of the fact that safe job procedures have been established, are in effect, are written down and must be followed. Okay. Here we share the signage. Okay. We have when you works safety. Here have safety advisor. That should be see what happened with the workers. Okay. Safety advisor is you can see the maybe the salary high, but more possible. Okay, they see the workers to do what he did, see PPE, how they do the works. Okay, from here can see take care when lifting and carrying. Then here can see and we take one step action. Okay. Why? Why? Okay. To protect people from illness and injury and property from damage. Okay. Okay. When do the works will hazard. Okay. Will be show the hazard. Okay. What the hazard? The hazard is the potential source of harm or adverse health effect on a person or person. Okay. When you are workers and work at the place, okay, when have the more than 40, you can build the community, okay, at your workers. Like I'm sure example for me at the UPM in engineering. Okay, we have the occupational safety and health committee. We call the JKKP. Okay, here we have around 100% workers. Okay, so the student have also the client. Okay, around 2,000. Okay, that's why the committee distribute in the property. Okay. This here I want to share the objective to the committee. Okay. Committee must assist to comply with the OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Regulation 1996. Then implement occupational safety and health program at the PTJ and in the faculty. The committee will implement program in the faculty like awareness, also the federal, so okay, any others, okay. Then also committee must monitor safety and health performance, watch performance in the PTJ. They wish they must see and listen. Don't what say the monitor safety mean the see environment, see the house student, how the environment, the building, so okay. Then they must listen from others to about information the safety in the PTJ. Okay. Okay, the number 4, the report safety and health issue to JKP UPM. Okay, when they have anything issue, I mean the report safety mean the issue if happen accident in faculty, our committee must report to head of the for safety in UPM. Okay. Okay. Here function the committee, safety committee, inspect the workplace regularly. Okay, for permission, in the faculty we inspection our lab, our office, okay, every 3 months, and must report to person in charge, and we present during the meeting for committee. Okay. Then inspect the workplace after an accident. Okay. Number 2, function the committee in the faculty. So we have the complaint and have the report about the workplace accident. We take action to go the committee in the safety will read team, and we go to place accident and check. Okay. And after inspection, they must present back to committee safety to read the to solve the problem or read the action. Okay. Okay. The number 3 is about that. Discuss the accident report about that. Okay. Then also number 4, must action for recovery improvement. Okay. From report and what inspection from the accident, also no suggestion of to make the improvement, like the if any not good, not compliment. Okay, the committee must read the to see and make the action to committee to decide to read the action. Okay. Everything from that must record to occupational safety health. Okay, this is record. Okay, inside the committee. Report item 1 to 5. Okay. Okay. Report item 1 number 5, 1 to 5. Okay. We normally we okay, must submit to the UPM committee. Okay. Then number 7, the assist GAP UPM in performing function related to safety and health and others activity to promote compliance with safe and health work travel. Okay. For this, the committee normally we show the meeting. We show the report about the meeting, about the report about how the performance. I mean the meeting. They show the how many accident, how many near miss, so, and how about the action from the inspection, then report. Okay. Okay. Information for safety here we follow the regular Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, and then that means they will Act 514. Normally they are called Act 514. Then also Law of Malaysia Factory and Machinery Act with regulation. This one the 97. Okay. Information in the UPM, so the health procedure quality management system ISO 2001-2015. Okay. Normally alhamdulillah, insyaAllah we are qualified for we are ready but renew the lesson. Okay. From the ISO, also the put inside checklist of scope, the checklist of scope, compliant fire service act 1988, fire prevention system. Okay. Then number B, Occupational Safety and Health Act 94, UPM Occupational Safety and Health Manual 2010. Then UPM also have the disaster management plan 2011. Okay. Then from the ISO also the check follow the Factory and Machinery Act. Okay. Then occupational safety, safety and health, use and standard of exposure of chemical hazardous to health regulations 2000. Okay. Number E, environmental quality schedule with regulation 2005. This means they follow this number. Okay. And F, environmental quality clean air regulation 2014. Also the in the UPM also have the Atomic Energy Lesson Act 1984. Okay. Okay, I would like to share to you all. Okay, here show the what I show that the ISO form. Okay, here confirmation. Okay, this one the from UPM. Okay, when the inspection, when committee from UPM committee safety come to every, I mean the to other faculty for inspection. Okay, every year normally the committee will come to other department. I mean the to which faculty or institute to check. Okay, from here the inspection. Okay, like I show the slide. Okay, you can see we check about the okay kemudahan selatan diri. Okay, we show the access of execute from the building. Okay, okay, see here this one number A, so the B, so and also the inspection about the safety. Okay, we just show because I want to show to you all, we not just check, we must check with the follow the rules for the OSHA. Okay, we show the law and what section and what's the law. Okay, so here the number 1.12 also record pengusaha risiko high risk also from here, and for the chemical here the 1.11311. Okay, and for disasters management, so here 2.0. Okay, then for FMA, okay, here for Atta Kilang Gentle 1967. Okay, so here also about the okay this one about the chemical. This is chemical. Number E is the about the environment. Okay, we follow the rules here. Okay, see the show the rules, but we must okay. Also the lab we have formation in the lab we use here SW 2000 2005. Like use the wire or battery. Okay, you must throughout in the box. Normally for information in the bengkel and the workshop for department, we have bought the one box behind. Okay, you must throw out to there. Okay. Okay, this one there for air. Normally for air, okay, we are in our department. Okay, we not use this one. Okay. Normally, this one use the where they have used the film hood. That. Okay, here for atom. So okay, you can see the akta. Okay. For act, see the act, then the law. Okay, must follow here, and we are complement with that. I mean you must follow that. If P this mean here P this patuh in the we are complement. TP this not compliant, then TB this not mean not able to the apa that's the item. Okay. Okay. Permission after finish, they will inform about that inspection and status. Okay. Here can see this is selesai mean the finish. What I mean the specialized year they is closed or not. They can inform here. If not close, I mean not comply, they take the tidak selesai. Okay. You want to throw out is dia gugur. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's all for me.
Thank you very much, Mr. Muhammad Isham and Madam Jinura Sintian, for the very informative and interesting discussion. Both of your knowledge was very enlightening to all of us. Now, we come to the question and answer session. Remember to include your names as well as your department to ask questions. You guys can also ask your question in the chat box sections. Do you guys have any questions? If not, I would like to pose a question for Madam Jinura. So, Madam Jinura, you explained how the policies and the responsibility that employees have for employees. So, what can we do as employees if our top management does not place a high priority on worker safety and health?
Yes. The top management or the company must have a safety and health policy, but if the management actually the question is quite subjective, the terms high priority, but anyway, under the OSHA, under the Occupational Safety and Health Act, if the company have a written procedure, written safety management system, how they manage at workplace, but just a documentation, it considered they have a commitment, but sometimes they fail to implement whatever they write down on paper. So so normally, even though they have a very good documentation on paper, but they fail to ensure the implementation is good. So sometimes accident do happen. Means maybe we can see that as like the management do not really take care or do not really give priority to safety and health. So in the future, when we work at a company and we see as if the company do not really give priority to safety and health, first, I suggest that you if the company have a safety and health committee, like Mr. Hisham present just now, the UPM has this JKKP. If the company also have the JKKP, first bring it into the meeting. So the employee representative will bring whatever matters on OSH, bring it to the meeting, and talk with the employer. So if the management know about it but did not take any action, maybe the second option is report to DOSH. I mean, we tried to tell the company, like, for example, give us safety booth, give us hard hat, give us training, give us whatever related to safety, but the management still do not provide whatever the employee asked them to do, to give in terms of safety. So I think maybe the last resort is a report to DOSH, the nearest office DOSH, so that when you report to DOSH, we will do investigation whether it is genuine report. I mean, genuine grievance from the workers or not. So if the management, we see the management do not place high priority on safety and health, try to talk to them first. If fail, then you can report to DOSH. We always entertain any complaint, but entertain means we do the investigation, and if we found out that any breaching of the law or something need to be improved, then we will ask the employer to do some improvement. Yeah, that's all, Mr. Haris. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was very understandable. Yeah. Next, we have a question in the chat box from Aida Natasha. It's a question for Madam Genera. When should I undertake workplace safety and training, and how often should I do so?
Okay, for safety training, actually in the OSHA 1994, did I share? There's not anywhere. It's okay. Under section 15 is the employer's responsibility to provide training, and also clearly stated generally in section 15 that employer need to give information, training, and so on. But unfortunately, in the act, it did not say when, how, or how frequent, and so on. So since the OSHA 1994 is a self-regulation, and the responsibility to ensure safety and health at workplace is on the employer and also the employees. So, and the employer or the company itself is the one really understand about the activity in the factory or in the workplace. So it is the employer will determine when the workers will undergo a training, what type of training, do we need to repeat every month or every 6 months, and so on. So but for DOSH, when we do enforcement, we do ask all these questions like, do you give training to your workers? So if they say yes, basically we ask about, hold on, the first one is normally is the induction training for new workers, and we also ask about, do the employer give on-the-job training? Do the employer give emergency response training in case of any emergency, and other specific training that is have a specific regulation under the OSHA 1994, for example, handling of chemicals, noise exposure, and so on. So basically, the training when, how, and how frequent, it is all determined by the employer. They know better. Thank you.
Thank you again, Madam Janura. Now, does anyone else have any questions?
Hi, my name is Faris Irfan, and I want to ask Mr. Hisham how to improve health and safety in the workplace, especially during COVID-19. Thank you.
Okay. Assalamualaikum. Thank you for Irfan for question. Okay. For information, for improve health and safety in the workplace, especially during the COVID, for information for here the committee lah in safety. Okay, they are do the meeting first, then where place they are must with the like here where must scan the QR code when they check the your temperature, okay, your temperature body. So normally should be okay depend for information the workplace department your employer will inform to you all where you not very well you can come, okay, then you come you must scan your picture your body, then you must QR code, okay, this one like here you can come to lab, okay, you scan, then use the sanitize, okay, when if you they have the phone to scan QR code, you must write the name, okay, you want to this one monitor where your place, they want to why you have to just record want to check if happen inside like before this in our lab, so can see what class have the one person have COVID, okay, the positive, then after that we monitor, they check, we also check the employer like the here head department inform to our committee to check, okay, then inform to our committee to safety to inform to UPM department for sanitize, okay. What I mean here from that can see the action the committee to solve problem to make the from the from the COVID lah. So that's why to try after class, okay, for the pinning class normally we sanitize for the lab, okay, okay. To improve what depend what for now, okay, if you follow, okay, we follow the flow that and I think for now it's okay. I mean the follow the rule, the 1 meter. You can see here at the lab. So we have the lab, okay, 1 meter for a place. Okay, normally here 32. Now only 24 only. Yeah. Okay, the lab. Okay. We don't have special about that. What this we follow what the KKM give the suggestion and we follow for that. Okay. For information, the safety and health for our Kalin is important. That's for all lah. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Hisham, for that very informative answer. Next, does anyone else have a question?
Hello, my name is Aida. I am from Computer and Communication System Engineering Department. So I would like to ask a question to Madam Janura. What are the consequences if I violate the Occupational Health and Safety Act? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think I would like to answer Miss Aida. Okay, even though you asked about if I consider it as an employee, but okay, first I would like to share for the employer. Yeah, if you violate any section or any regulation, our how to say our current JKKP's current standing at the moment is if your violation cause any accident, like okay, for example, you are an employer, so you fail to do something like provide PPE, causing workers to fall down from a height and then died. So in this case, death occurred. So normally we will do prosecution in the court, means prosecution. If the employer's violation is, let's say, regarding to the not so severe, maybe just maybe the finger lesson, maybe small cuts or small cuts. Maybe at the tip of the finger, just the workers lost the fingertip. For example, it's just a small injury, not a permanent disability. So maybe in this case, depends on the situation. So maybe in this case, we maybe just give notice of prohibition for some, for example, for the machinery that caused the accident. Maybe during our investigation, we found out that one is not training. Second is maybe the machine not safe to use, like maybe some barrier removed, no safety devices and so on. So we issue notice of prohibition to prohibit the operation of the machine until they conduct training to the workers, until they completed the installed safety devices. So one is prosecution. Normally, if involve death or permanent disability. For small injury, maybe notice of prohibition and also notice of improvement. The purpose is prohibition means most likely we will stop the operation of the workplace. So they will not able to operate. So it is a very normally employer don't like if they receive a notice of prohibition from DOSH because they cannot produce any product, they cannot continue the operation. So basically prosecution for the employer and also notice of prohibition and notice of improvement. As for the workers, if you just now I share with you the four main responsibility of workers. So if you violate one of it, like for example, maybe fail to take care of others, causing the others injury, like serious injury or death. Like for example, I drive a forklift and I purposely playing around with the forklift, causing it hit somebody and the person died. So I, as a workers, DOSH also can impose we also can prosecute the workers who caused the death of other person. But for sure we will do investigation whether it is it really the workers fault or the employer, because sometimes maybe it is not the employees the workers fault, because maybe the employer itself never give the workers any training related to forklift. The workers just simply ask the workers to go drive the forklift. The real person is absent today, kindly replace him. Just drive the forklift and transfer this all these goods. So suddenly hit somebody and the person died. So either in this case it is the employer's fault. I mean, so we will not prosecute the workers, but we go after the employer. Yeah. So everyone, either the workers or the employer, if they violate any rules and regulation under the OSHA, yeah, we can bring them to court. Depends on the severity of the occurrence. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam General. Now, another question from Sari Khawla. Do you think workers nowadays are careless with health and safety procedures? If yes, what do you think is a way to improve this? This question is for either speakers. Maybe we could hear from Mr. Hisham.
Okay. Do you think workers nowadays are careless with health and safety procedure? If yes, what do you? Okay. 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 I think not workers. Okay. So they are together lah for mission in the okay. Okay, they are together to take action for that. Okay. The employer and employee. So when the works, okay, they must follow the rules, they follow the procedure, use the what employer have already give to you, like PPE, like use the Google gloves, so and jacket or shoes. Okay. Sometimes the employee not use. Okay, they are set. Let's say they set dah biasa. I mean dia kata dah biasa. Dah lama pakai tak apa. Tapi but they happen. If happen during that this cannot. Tak ada maaf bagi mu cakap. Then sorry because it happen then make your permanent accident, permanent injury. So what they want to improve, we suggest follow the rules and follow the procedure. Okay, if not enough, let employer and also the employer together. Okay, like employee when they have the shoes, or if the shoes are very old or very poor, you must request your workers, your employer, request about that. Okay, when the request about that, they will respond. The committee will respond. Like committee, they will respond about that, and the action. Everything about that. If my record, this one happen, is not mean the employer already informed to work employers to require about that. If it happen to employee, the workers not will issue lah. We can the law will make a mistake from the employer employees. Okay, for that. So that's why when you do the works, when they are supply when employers supply to you, we not use the mistake from you. Okay, you must follow. Then careless with the health, the safety procedure. Yeah, maybe we can check back. Then we see the back the procedure to check must improve or I mean they have procedure about that from HIRAC, and so the JSA to see about that. Okay, you want to isolation or what in from the from okay, see from okay, maybe the idea they are doing from the HIRAC control. You can see, you can elimination, substitution about that. Okay, engineering control, emission control, and PP lah. have a mini hierarchy about that control. Have fine, okay? You can do it about that. Okay. So maybe we can share Madam Ju.
Yeah, I would like to add based on my maybe our experience as an enforcement officer. I feel that nowadays the workers awareness on their their own safety is increased. Means they know that the responsibility to ensure the workers' safety is upon the employer. So for established company, normally the workers are well adequate with OSH information. Means they know when we ask about do you know how to operate this boiler, and then they said, oh yes, our company always give us the training and give us a training and give us the written procedure. So I can say that okay, maybe 50%. For the good, for big company, the workers mostly will follow the instruction, follow the procedure. But for maybe small and medium company like maybe the palm oil sector, sometimes the workers is not, are not well educated. So, and also they are doing their work based on experience. So sometimes if the procedure already stated step 1, 2, 3, the written procedure is they have a step 1, 2, 3, 4. But suddenly, while doing the job, they found out that step 3 is cannot be implemented. So they will implement their own experience how to solve the problem without. They will not follow the written procedure from the employer. So I think not careless, but they tend to do the job in their own way based on their experience. Careless, like let's say pouring chemicals into any bottle or so on. Some workers, they simply take out the gloves and pour the chemicals. So it's we still have about 50% that type of workers. To improve this 50% workers, which is maybe tend to not follow the SOP, the standard operating procedure, or careless, the employer need to conduct training again and again and again, and reminder again and again and again, because it is the employer's responsibility. So if training has been provided again and again and again, but still the employer still make mistake, careless. So I should not say this, but maybe they have internal rules. Maybe they give other assignment or prevent that workers to perform that task, which is he or she always make mistake. So actually, way to improve is keep on give them training, give them reminder, and so on. Maybe in some places they will impose penalty like some penalty to the workers. For example, they will need to pay like maybe 5 ringgits for the small company or 10 ringgit, but it is not advisable. But for big company, if the workers keep on repeating doing mistake, they will terminate the service, because they have signed like they have signed some documents saying that they will comply with all rules and regulation by the company. So for improvement, I think the employer need to keep on give them training, information, and supervision. That's all from my point of view. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Jura and Mr. Hisham. Now, I think we have time for one last question, and I think the question is from Nadia. What insurance plans fresh graduates need to know about when applying for work? For example, SOSCO or EIS?
Yeah.
Madam-
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Haris and Miss Nadia. Okay. This okay, for your information, this question, how to say it? This insurance is not under DOSH, but we always have a collaboration with SOCSO. SOCSO is the one implementing all these insurance plans. So insurance under SOCSO, they have 3 types now after the COVID pandemic. Now we have 3 insurance that employer needs to subscribe for their workers. The first is the about the accident. Hold on, I check my notes. The template from SOCSO. They have this injuries insurance about injuries, like if they come, if in the event of any accident, they will give you compensation. That one is the employment injury insurance. The EIS is the new one, the newly introduced by the SOCSO. This insurance also must be subscribed by the employer for the workers. In case of the workers terminated or loss of employment, then they will get some compensation from SOCSO. And the third one is invalidity, something about pension, invalidity pension scheme. So in the event of maybe the workers have an accident and paralyzed, unable to get back to work, so under this insurance, SOCSO will provide assistance to those who involved in an accident and unable to come back to work again. So these 3 types of insurance, there is the accident, for the permanent disability, and the unemployment. The employer must register all their workers to have these 3 insurance. So all this insurance is from SOCSO. As I mentioned just now, DOSH is enforcement body. SOCSO is considered like social security organization, and the other one is training provider on safety, that is NIOSH. That's all, Mr. Haris. Thank you.
Can I share about that?
Yeah, sure, Mr. Hisham.
Okay. For information, I will not recommend what just what I with my experience, like the CIDB when now promotion just not promote, just inform okay. With the when workers like you all in the CC department must have the CIDB card, okay. So when you work at the in the building, when you go to tower, like here maybe the engineer, okay, okay, you all must get the insurance okay. Like CIDB, they give the chance inside the CIDB also they have give insurance, okay. This one good okay, for you. So maybe the other insurance also give the good also the non for which mean the insurance for you all must take. That's mean for your secure and for your support Okay. That's all for me.
Thank you, Mr. Hisham and Madam Jura. I think that's all the time we have for the Q&A session. Finally, we've concluded our seminar. We'd like to thank our speaker, Madam Jura Sintian, and Mr. Muhammad Hisham for an educational and engaging presentation, as well as the audience for their active involvement. Hopefully, everyone will benefit from this session. Thank you for your time and consideration. Before we go, I would like to ask all the participants and guests to open their camera to take a picture together. And for all the students, don't forget to fill in the form for the attendance in the chat box. So yeah, can everyone open up the camera? I need more participants to open up the camera. Okay, and I think Aida is going to take the picture. So we'll just wait for her for a bit. Aida, you ready? Okay. Okay, Aida has taken the picture. Thank you everyone for cooperating. And
Okay.
for the student,
1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, then
okay, so now students can fill in the Google form in the chat box. And thank you for the speakers, Mr. Hisham and Madam Jura again. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, Madam Jinura and also Mr. Hisham. Thank you also for the CCIC Club for organizing this seminar. I hope that maybe one day we will also invite you again for the next seminar, inshallah. Okay, so for all the students, okay, thank you very much for all your participation. And we will resume this seminar, and then for all the Group 8 students, please be in the same link for your fishbowl discussion after this at 3:45 p.m. Okay, so with that, thank you very much again to all. Okay, and have a nice day, and let all the safety and healthy is all with you. Okay, all the time. Okay, so bye and assalamualaikum.